Hi and welcome everyone. Artificial intelligence and automation have arrived, and they're transforming society forever. From cashiers to CEOs, more jobs are being replaced by machines every single day. The rapid rise of powerful AI models has slammed the accelerator, placing millions of jobs at risk. But as the world becomes more robotic and technology-driven, a huge question looms. What place will there be for humans? If fewer people are working, who will even buy the products and services these machines create? And if people can't afford to spend, how will the global economy keep running? In today's video, we'll explore what's really happening in this new age of AI and automation, and how the economy itself may need to transform into something completely different. Now, bold predictions about revolutionary technology aren't new. We've heard them for decades, and many either fizzled out or took years before making a difference. But AI and automation are different. They're already here, already saving companies billions, and they're reshaping industries at a speed we've never seen before. Take cashiers. They're among the most at-risk jobs. Walk into a supermarket today, and self-checkout machines are everywhere. In 2023 alone, over 200,000 new ones were installed worldwide. Surveys show around 60% of shoppers actually prefer them because they're faster and more convenient. For companies, the benefits are huge. What once required 20 employees now takes a few machines and 2 supervisors. Even when theft eats into profits, these systems still pay for themselves. But here's the twist: the automation isn't complete. Instead, part of the cashier's job is simply shifted onto you, the customer, while the company saves money. That's automation in a nutshell. Customer service is another industry under massive disruption. Years ago, if you called a company, you spoke to a human almost immediately. Today, you're greeted by endless automated menus and chatbots. For businesses, the math is simple: less payroll, more savings. In 2023, the CEO of Indian e-commerce company Dunzo bragged about replacing 90% of his customer service team with AI, cutting costs by 85%. And this isn't just call centers. Physical store representatives could soon be replaced entirely by kiosks and AI-driven assistants. And it doesn't stop there. Data entry, a common entry-level job, is disappearing fast. Between 2014 and 2022, the number of U.S. workers in data entry fell by more than 20%. AI has only accelerated that decline. Repetitive office work, once a stepping stone for young people starting their careers, is becoming one of the easiest targets for automation. Historically, new technologies didn't just destroy jobs, they often created more. When horses were replaced by cars, entire new industries emerged. The Industrial Revolution didn't wipe out employment, it simply shifted it. But AI may not follow that same script. Why? Because it's targeting something new. Not physical labor, but cognitive tasks, the kind we once thought only humans could do. Even coding, a skill once considered future-proof, is now under pressure. Tools like ChatGPT can generate working code in seconds. One skilled developer with AI support can do the work of 5 or 10 junior programmers. It doesn't eliminate humans entirely, but it raises the bar so high that many will struggle to compete. And it's not just office jobs. Truck drivers face the looming threat of self-driving vehicles. In factories, robots already assemble products faster and more consistently than humans. Creative industries aren't safe either. AI can now write articles, design logos, compose music, and even generate videos. The very jobs people thought required human imagination are no longer off limits. So what does all this mean for the economy? Tens of millions of jobs are predicted to vanish in the next decade. Yet strangely, AI is also expected to add trillions of dollars to global GDP. How can the economy grow while so many people lose their livelihoods? The answer lies in competition. Consider London taxi drivers. Before GPS, they had to memorize the entire city, a skill that protected their wages. But with rideshare apps, anyone with a car and a phone could drive. Their wages fell by 10%. I will repeat this story across countless industries, lowering barriers, lowering wages, and shrinking job security. Some fields, like teaching, agriculture, or certain healthcare roles, may be slower to automate. But the majority, from administration to transport, are vulnerable. And here's the danger. Corporations are enjoying record profits while ordinary people struggle. Without intervention, wages could stagnate for decades, just as they did after the Industrial Revolution. And retraining isn't a magic solution. Expecting millions of truck drivers or factory workers to suddenly become data scientists or AI engineers just isn't realistic. Many will struggle to adapt, and some will fall through the cracks, relying on welfare, taking on unstable gig work, or dropping out of the workforce altogether. This is where society faces a crossroads. In one future, we face disaster. Companies quietly downsize, blaming workers for underperformance rather than admitting machines are taking over. Governments, tied up in corporate lobbying, fail to regulate. Unemployment rises, wages collapse, inequality deepens, and millions can't afford basic necessities. Crime grows, social unrest spreads, and society itself begins to fracture. The other future is more hopeful, but only if we take action. If the wealth generated by AI remains locked inside corporations, disaster is inevitable. But if that wealth is redistributed, even partially, the impact could be softened. That's where the idea of universal basic income, or UBI, comes in. By taxing AI-driven profits and providing citizens with a monthly allowance, governments could ensure people can still afford to live and spend. That spending, in turn, would keep businesses running and economies stable. But UBI isn't a perfect fix. Work isn't just about money, it gives people purpose, identity, and meaning. If meaningful work disappears, people risk feeling aimless, disconnected, or depressed. UBI might keep the economy alive, but it won't solve the deeper challenge of human fulfillment. The bottom line is this: AI and automation are here, and they're not going away. The question isn't whether they'll transform society, but how. Will unchecked automation deepen inequality and destabilize economies? Or will we use this technology to create a fairer, more resilient future? The choice, for now, is still in our hands. If you like our video, do subscribe, click like, share as the motivation for us to produce more videos.